27th, President Biden had a debate performance so rocky that a month later he had stepped aside, clearing a path for Vice President Kamala Harris to take his place. Many said it was the most catastrophic debate performance in American history. But last night, Donald Trump said, "Hold my Diet Coke and buckle your seatbelt because I'm about to go nuts." In fact, the face Biden was making during the last debate was the same face Trump's debate prep team was making last night. Well, you guys, last night was a big night. The eyes of the world were watching, and I think it's pretty obvious to everyone who the winner was.
We won every one of the polls that came out tonight. The polls are indicating that we got 90%, 60%, 72%, 71%, and 89%.
Where are you getting these numbers from?
Fair question. Where is he getting those numbers? He's pulling them from his approval statistics system, a.k.a. But even Trump's most fervent supporters couldn't really keep up the ruse that he actually won the debate. The best argument they could come up with was that he did pretty well as long as you didn't watch most of the debate.
I do think that he won on points on his first answer about the economy, and then his last answer was good. So if you only watch those two parts, and if you're like first impression and last impression, you might leave with an impression that he did all right.
Well, that's a good point. That's a very good point if there was anyone who watched a debate that way. Yes, if you tuned in at 9, fell asleep at 9:03, then woke up 89 minutes later, you might think, hey, Trump did okay. In fact, Republicans haven't spent much time talking about the substance of the debate because there's nothing for them to talk about. Instead, they spent their time obsessively whining about the moderators.
The former president appearing at times to be agitated and angry immediately after the debate, complaining that it was very unfair, and just a short time ago, calling into Fox News, saying it felt like it was 3-on-1.
I thought the moderators were very unfair, but it basically was 3-on-1. But I thought they were very unfair, the moderators.
ABC gets a D-, and that's being generous.
As predicted, tonight's debate was 3-on-1.
Stop saying it was 3 against 1. You sound like a guy and a group of swingers complaining he didn't get enough attention in the bedroom. Republicans knew how crucial this debate was for Trump, which is why they pleaded. They pleaded with him to stay focused on policy.
Keep the debate focused on policy, not about persona.
That is wise counsel. Focus on policy. Donald Trump's strong suit.
They're eating the dogs.
What?
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Damn! Amazing. I mean, all she did was make one comment about his rallies being boring. And this is true, we counted it. Within 90 seconds, he was screaming, "They're eating the dogs." So Trump unraveled, and he never recovered. He fell for Harris's strategy, even though she and her team were telegraphing that strategy for weeks.
They expect him to, at some point, maybe lose it. They're going to try to bait him a bit to try to lash out at her.
There are certain things that you could bait him into obsessing over.
Do I think that she will be able to rattle him in any way? No, I would argue right now the chance is 0.001%.
Well, you might want to move that decimal point 5 spaces to the right. What does it say about our politics that the media talks about one of our 2 major presidential candidates like he's an iguana in a BBC Nature documentary? The iguana must remain still in order to avoid the venomous snakes, but the snakes have learned to bait the iguana by talking about his dwindling crowd sizes.